This tutorial is a very simple way of creating depth and adding textures in Photoshop. So if we have a look at an image that we have here, if I pop open the layers, you'll see here that we've got our top leaf and our bottom leaf, and everything has been grouped. So we've got all these elements, one group, a second, another, even the leaf itself has been grouped, and then we've got the same thing for the leaf and pine. So now from Illustrator, if I go File, Export, Export As, I make sure it's a Photoshop file. I can use artboards. That means if anything's going out over the edge of the page, it will be trimmed to the size of that page. Pick where it's going to and give it a name. Call it Leaves Red. Export, and whether it's CMYK or RGB doesn't matter, as long as it gives you these options here that says Write Layers. Have everything switched on within there. The resolution, we're using 150 ppi. Go OK, and it saves it, and now we can jump into Photoshop. We'll open up that file, Leaves Red. I'll open it, and then I've got these layers, and then I've got all my groups, and it's all come through bit by bit. This simply means now that if I want to change or modify colors, so in this case I can grab that leaf and I can make it a green, Option Shift Delete to keep it that color, and actually I'll just make it a little bit lighter, Option Shift Delete. I can do the same thing with the leaf down the bottom, Option Shift Delete. I can pick these elements and whether I'll do them lighter or darker. Do them lighter actually. Option Shift Delete. Same thing. All of them are separated out. These ones down the bottom, I'll do the same thing here. So for a start, what I can do is I can get this top leaf, this one here, and I can make a new layer just above it, and I can simply click on black. I'm going to get soft brush, make it nice and big, and then you can see with this brush I'm not actually even over the leaf because it's so big, so it's really just the soft edge that's running down the edge of that leaf. So now with that, I can go between those two layers and I can hold down the Option key. This icon will change from a hand to a square with an arrow, and if I click it, it clips. So it now means it's only going to be within the shape that's directly underneath it. I'm going to, while I've got it highlighted, I'm going to go to Filter, Noise, Add Noise. The one I like to go to usually is Gaussian monochromatic, but I can move that down, make it as subtle as I want. I'll make it a little bit more textural because I know that what I'm going to do is once I OK it, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go multiply, and I can change the opacity down a wee bit if I want. Maybe what I'll do is instead of black, I'll pick a green, and very dark green. Option, and this time Shift Delete, so it keeps transparency. And I can see that it's kind of filled that in. What it has done though is it looks like it's got rid of the noise. So go Filter, Distort, Filter, Noise, Add Noise. There, it's added it back in again, and I can make it subtle as I want. Okay, and then knock that transparency down a wee bit. Okay, so I've got that. Now this one here, if I close that, either I can go in here and I can work with the individual things if I want to add tone just onto the leaf, but I kind of want it to go over these veins as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add it and clip it to the whole group. So here I'm going to make a new layer, I'm going to put it just above the group. I'm going to clip it right at the beginning, so hold down the Option, Alt, click it, and then with the paintbrush, and I am going to make this one black. I can get a bit of a shadow. So I only clipped to the group. If I unclip it, you'll see what happens. So it's clipped. And again with this I can go multiply. I can bring the opacity down to control the subtlety. Now, a very very easy way to do this. This one here as well, if I wanted to duplicate it, I could put that tone up above here and Option, clip it. So now that tone is actually going across the veins as well, whereas before it wasn't, and you had this kind of clean edge. So I can have it going across there. I can also change the colour so it matches in with the green vein if I want, but I kind of have that going there. And the same thing here with this. If I wanted to add some tone into it, I could come down to this one that's above the group, Filter. I'll just go up to Add Noise because it's already there instead of going through the filter, and there we go. You can see the noise coming through.